Another beautiful morning out here on the bridge, enjoying my coffee. September is officially here. It's actually a pretty nice day. Rather cool right now, feels good. Some of the trees have already begun to change color too. So fall is on its way. I'm excited. Got a little morning visitor here today. Little Martin. Finished up yesterday doing some of my cleanup work. Got my shavings from peeling those logs all raked up, along with a bunch of debris that had built up around these stumps that I got to cut down. And I raked out all around the stumps, getting ready to cut them, and then did my best to go through these trees and pick out any nails and stuff. So the cleanup has pretty much been done. Now we got to move on to getting rid of these stumps. Just to be a little extra cautious about protecting my saw, I'm just gonna go around the tree and debark where I'm gonna make my first cut. And just make sure that there's no nails. So we're looking good right here, all the way around. I don't see any nails or anything sticking out that might damage my saw. So I should be able to zip it down right here, and hopefully only have to make one more cut to get a small enough piece of wood to where I can manage it in the fire pit. And then I'll just have to work the stump down real low. I'm just gonna cut the stump off as low as I can get and leave it as is. These stumps are actually far enough apart where they're not going to interfere with my firewood shacks, so I'm not really too concerned about completely getting rid of the stump, but I'll just cut it down as low as I can and hopefully not damage my saw in the process. Well, I think it's safe to say that tree was a little bit rotten. Not much holding it up there. Just a little bit of wood on the outside, but the whole inside is just rotten. So, glad I got that taken down. It actually worked out pretty good. Came off in a few different pieces. They're all pretty manageable. This one's a little bit big. I'll probably zip the limbs off of it and maybe cut it in half. I don't know if I really want to risk it, but looks like my saw is okay. No damage to the teeth, so that's good. Now I wouldn't suspect that there'd be any metal this low down, so I'm gonna just kind of wing it and just try and cut this stump as low to the ground as I can. Comes right apart. There we go. More for the burn pile. I'll clear away as much of the debris as I can from around the stump, exposing as much of the wood as I can, and then I'm just going to use my saw and cut it as low to the ground as I can. one thing about rotten stumps is they are very easy to remove. What a difference that makes getting that stump out of the way. Really opens things up. Got it pretty well down to the ground. Only a few little lumps and bumps and whatnot, but that's not too big of a deal. The bulk of it is out of the way. Sure do got a lot of burning to do. Got a big pile there, got a big pile there, and then we got all this rotten wood to go through, so that fire is going to be going pretty good for the next few days for sure. I've had a number of people ask about my lack of eye protection when I'm running my saw. I do my best to try and wear safety glasses, but I find as soon as I start working they just fog up and they become such a nuisance that I take them off and toss them off to the side. But it's always frustrating because I always end up getting stuff in my eyes and I really should be wearing them. So the other day I was scrolling through looking at some stuff online and I found these. They're safety glasses, but rather than being a plastic, they're a mesh, so they don't fog up. So today's my first time wearing them, but I gotta say they are pretty nice. Those stumps were throwing a lot of fine dust and stuff, but my eyes stayed completely protected. They might look a little goofy, but hey, I'll take it. And the fact that they won't fog up on me, that's a game changer. So now it's time to get onto this tree. I peeled all the bark off and looked for nails. I didn't find any, so I think this one's going to be pretty easy. I don't know if it'll be quite as rotten as the last one, so here on the bottom it might not be so easy to get the stump fully flattened out, but we'll do our best. Well, it's a good thing I dug out around here before I just started going crazy with my saw. Got two giant rocks. So I think I'm actually going to spend some time digging out around here. I don't know why those rocks are there, if they're actually from the river or if they were put here by somebody. So, but either way, I'm gonna dig this out, use the rake, get as much of this out of here as I can. That way I don't risk completely ruining my saw, because those right there, those are chainsaw destroyers. This is looking much better. I'm happy that I took the time to do this and dig it out all real good, because on top of those two big rocks I also found a few pieces of steel, so glad I got those out of the way. Second stump is gone. Got this one pretty far down to the ground as well. So all the grass and stuff that I raked out of here, I'm just going to try and backfill it a little bit over top. Hopefully it'll be nice and even, and you won't even know that there was a stump there. It certainly feels weird sitting at the cabin, not seeing those two stumps sticking up. Sure makes the whole yard look a lot more roomy. So there it is, the second one. Got it all backfilled, so there's no stump showing. Pretty happy with how that turned out. Looks good. The first one looks mighty fine as well. Now I just got to deal with all this debris, get it all burned up over the next few days. Lots to go through. Well, we'll just keep burning away and we'll get through it eventually, but for right now I am very pleased with how this is looking. The teeth on the saw look okay. There's definitely a few that got a little bit tore up. Most of them are still pretty sharp though. I'm surprised. That one needs a little work right there. That one got dinged pretty good. I was messing with the burn pile a bit. Something caught my eye. This is the bottommost round off that stump. The second one that I did. I saw something in it. Right there. That is a piece of metal. Little gray spot there. So, I don't know how that got in, because this is way at the bottom of the tree. But there's a nail or something. It looks like maybe it comes out over here. But metal in the tree. That's the culprit for the damaged teeth on my chainsaw. So for the rest of the day, I'm just going to be working through the burn pile. I need to go get some gravel actually before I can really start building, so I'm going to go hop on the quad and follow the river. The water levels are a lot lower now, so I'm going to go see if I can find a gravel bar, get a few bucketfuls of gravel, and then tomorrow the building begins. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back right away with the next installment of this firewood shack building series. Alright, thanks for watching. God bless. Stay wild.